Hey everybody, Chris Renshaw here, reporting outside, which is usually weird for me, but this time I'm way away from the studio. In fact, I'm in San Diego right now, covering some other stuff, not related, not important. But I wanted to talk with you guys a little bit today about D&D. And why, you may ask, am I outside for that? Well, more or less, a couple weeks ago, PAX West was going on in Seattle, which is on the West Coast, which is where I am. So figured it was appropriate. Going along with PAX West, the folks at Wizards of the Coast teamed up with Fathom Events to stream the live D&D game that they hold every year with with Chris Perkins as DM and Scott Kurtz and the Penny Arcade guys to theaters all over the country. So I happened to be near one of those theaters, and so I took Chloe and we went to one of these events. She heard about it and heard it was going to be people playing D&D, and I told her about the costumes that they usually are dressed up in, and she was intrigued by the thought and wanted to know more. So I'm not going to turn down the kid a chance to go and pique her interest more in D&D. Although I will have to say, given some of the content they've done before, I did have the earmuffs ready just in case I needed to cover their ears. So first of all, the live D&D event was great. If you've seen any of the events on YouTube or Twitch, which you might be saying, if you could see them for free, why would you go to a theater? Why not? I mean, it's you're seeing it on a huge display. We were there with a couple, and it wasn't packed. It was in one of the smaller theaters. There was only a handful of people at our theater, but I've heard as some of the popular theaters up in New York and other places had anywhere from 50 or 50 plus people show up. And how awesome is it to sit around and watch people playing D&D with a bunch of people who you know are just as into the hobby as you are. So that was really cool. The event itself, if you've seen their other events, it's pretty much the same thing. This one obviously to promote their next book, Storm King's Thunder, which we'll see in a separate review later on. But in addition to just the opportunity to see the event in a theater, the other cool thing was this. This was only given away to people that attended the event, the Fathom event. It's the Fathom event exclusive. You couldn't have got this anywhere else. But this is Cloud Giant's Bargain. It's a separate adventure set in the same universe as the D&D game. So you can see it's branded with the Acquisitions Incorporated logo. So what this is you're actually playing as Acquisitions Incorporated interns doing a side quest that's going on at the same time the PAX West game is going on, which I found incredibly cool. And none of this, they didn't have to do any of this, but just have this is really sweet adventure. If you can find someone who did go and has this and can either run it for them or play in it yourself, I highly recommend it. This game is legal for Adventurers League play, so if you've got someone rated that can do that, then you'll even get some cool stuff and benefits for your Adventurers League characters. But in this module, you've got a cloud giant whose castle is over Neverwinter and being told to destroy it, and he's hoping to strike a bargain with the small folk. And so you've been sent to try and investigate, is this guy actually worth it, or is this actually a trap that's been set up to take people out. But regardless of that, awesome adventure, awesome time. Chloe loved it. Chloe had a blast, and she was laughing along just with everybody else. In fact, she loved, when she was browsing through this, she was remarking about the artwork and loved seeing which is nothing new. It's all very standard if you've seen a lot of the other Wizards of the Coast D&D products. It's all very similar, but this was a lot of her first exposure to it. So I think there might be a Monsters Manual coming to her soon, just because she was so fascinated by the artwork of the creatures and the detailed and the stories and the text. So I have a feeling, I'm kind of hoping that she might be really interested in seeing a monster manual, and that might be a really cool addition to her collection. So sum it up, if they ever do this again, you're gonna want to track it down and see if you can find a Fathom event place near you. and check that out. But good up on Wizards of the Coast for doing something like this. They didn't have to do any of this. Like I said, they streamed it on Twitch and on YouTube and those sort of places. So they didn't have to do this to get this out to the masses, but just giving people that opportunity to watch the game at the same time it's being played in Seattle was just an amazing opportunity, and it was so much fun, and I hope that I get a chance to do it again. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure and click subscribe if you want to see other future D&D and other RPG reviews, and I will see you guys next time.